I've been doing a little bit of pottery over the holiday season, and this is a little Santa cup that I painted. I didn't actually make the cup, but I painted it and gave it to my grandkids. It didn't turn out exactly like I wanted, but and then I tried my hand at some frozen Charlottes. So this is what they look like when they were just in clay. So I just formed them myself, like with my fingers in clay, and then I put a little bit of wire, special firing wire in it, and then I painted the little bodies and faces in underglaze after they were fired to bisque. And then, as soon as I finished painting them up, I tried to make them as realistic as possible to real frozen Charlottes. So I even painted like the bodies white in underglaze so that they would look more authentic. And that's kind of what they look like before they're glazed. So far, I've only just made the one little frozen Charlotte. I put a little hook in her head so that she can be hung up and glazed all over her entire body. And once she's finished being glazed, then of course I can cut those little wires off of the top of her head. And then once that was dry, I dipped it in clear glaze, and there it is, ready to be put in the kiln. So, as of right this very moment in time, it's in the kiln. So, that means I won't be able to see what it looks like for another 2 days. I have to wait until it's fired up. So, she's cocooned right now in clear glaze. So, fingers crossed she turns out cute. I will post you and let you guys know what she looks like. I also thought, oh, I'm going to try my hand at making some little bookshelves. And I've never seen anybody make bookshelves out of pottery for their doll houses. So I figured I'd give that a go. And so I made two bookshelves. So this is the first one that I made. And I put a little snowflake embellishment on the top of it, as you can see. And right now the clay is wet, so it's going to have to sit for a couple of days before it can even be considered ready to dry, or ready and dry to put inside the kiln. I also made these little fireplaces, so I thought they turned out pretty cute. Right now they haven't been fired yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and glaze them or if I'm just going to dry brush them in acrylic when they're all done. But this is what they look like so far. It's going to take a little bit for them to dry because they're pretty thick and chunky. And then these are some little dishes that I tried making by hand. The biggest one there on that cookie is one that I actually did on the wheel. And here's the frozen Charlotte all ready to go into the kiln. So she's hanging there ready to be put into the kiln. And then I've got a couple other pieces that haven't been fired yet. So those are just greenware, and they are ready to go into the kiln to be turned into bisque. So far I haven't mastered doing the wheel at all. So I've just kind of been crudely making these with my fingers. So we'll see how they turn out. And then here's my second bookshelf that I created today. And so I gotta again let that dry for at least 2 days before it'll be ready to go into the kiln. And I thought if I glaze them in funky fun colors, it would probably be pretty neat when it's done. I did use a roller so that I could get that texture that you can see on the back wall of the shelf, which might or might not make it look like wood. We shall see when they're done. So it's all an experiment. And here's my very first piece that I handmade. So I made this very crude little sofa, and then I painted it in burgundy acrylic paint, and then I put flocking on it. So that's my first attempt at a piece of furniture. So kind of an unusual, unusual idea to do out of pottery. But hey, I thought I'd try something different. So I'm pretty pleased with the outcome of that. I can't wait until these other items are glazed so that I can share them with you. Well, thanks very much for watching today. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing because it really does help my channel grow. And once again, have the best day ever, and Happy New Year to everyone. I'll get back to you with my next video after this stuff gets out of the kiln so you can see it all nice and shiny. I'm excited to see it.